What's up? My name is Richard and this is I Am Dumb. I Am Dumb is an acronym. It stands for Diary of a Black Man. I'm a black man and this is my diary. Today I want to talk about a conversation I had. Those who know me know I'm a big hip hop fan. I believe in the message and the power of hip hop, that it's more than just music but a lifestyle, a belief that your own personal style can point you in the direction of your purpose. But either way, I'm just having a conversation with a guy who says himself that he's a pretty big music fan, a bit older than me. And he was like, man, describe the decades in music from the 80s on and use as few words as you can. So I thought about it for a few minutes, man, and then I said, Run DMC, Tupac and Biggie, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Drake. That's my description over the time of my life of hip hop. And for me, it's so applicable because I can look back to Run DMC and I can think of an entire movement of music that just saying their name in my mind reflects what they were doing. Then, man, the Tupac and Biggie stage, man, like where gangster rap and smooth, shiny rap became a real cool thing to do. Then you go from that to Jay-Z, man, who I still consider the greatest rapper of all time, man, who took all of that, balled it up in one and made it into something that was smooth and business-like. Then you move on. Those guys who elevated, Lil Wayne, grew up in the game and went hard, went strong, and then you go to Drake. To me, that's now, the blend of singing, a lot more of a softer tone in your rap, but still with the edgy ability. For me, again, those guys, those groups represent rap for me, but that doesn't mean that there weren't other highlights. I guess the point in all of this, for me and for the guy as we continued our conversation, is that no matter who the highlights are, the notable ones over times, over the history of that is hip hop, there are other things for individuals that stand out. For me, Lauryn Hill or Asiatic, when Outkast was crazy, Eminem, man, so many different highlights and lowlights over my life, soundtracks of my life. I guess if there is a lesson today, it's that the things that remind you of your past aren't the things that define your past. I made a list starting with Run DMC that went to go to Biggie and PAC, to Jay-Z, to Lil Wayne, to Drake. Although those things sum up hip-hop for me since the 80s. The things that impacted me the most, the small details, the CDs like Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, although those things aren't mentioned, those things formed me. Those things are small samples of the soundtrack that is my life. And again, if there is a lesson, it's that we're not defined by the highlights, but rather the details. But, it's just Richard, man, and I'm certainly dumb.